Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Rumbi, can you hear me? Okay, good. Hello, 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 hello. Let me see if anybody's watching me. It's kind of late, so I don't know if anybody's watching me. I'm very, very sorry I'm late. I just want to get your experiences. You applied today, and we have Rumbi in the background, so she's gonna come and tell her story. But I was supposed to come at 10, but then I had to fix my car. It took a long time, so I wasn't able to come. But then if you follow me on Facebook, I updated everybody. I'm like, you guys keep applying, keep applying, keep applying, but I was not able to come live. So if you're watching me right now and you have not applied, too bad for you. I've been making noise for I don't know how long, like forever. I've been making noise. I'm like, apply, please apply, photo requirements, everything. Today is the day. If you've not applied, next year is also a year. So you'll have to wait next year. So we have Rumbi in the background. She just got here from Zimbabwe, so she'll tell you her story. And also, I apologize today. My kids are home. My kids today, they didn't go to school for some reason. Today, they decided today is teachers whatever day, so they are home. So there'll be some noise in the background. They're downstairs, but they're very loud, so you'll hear some background noise. Or sometimes they will walk in here sometimes in my office. So if you see them, you just say hello. I'm a mother, so it's understandable. So we have Rumbi. So before we begin with Rumbi, I'm gonna just quickly, I'm just gonna go over a little bit of stuff. I know all of you have applied. If you've not applied, say hey. You can type in the comment section. Let's see what people are saying here. Let me try to pull up. Let's see. Let's see how. That is Ekama. Hey, it's like, hey, sis, glad to see you. Glad to see you too. Thanks, you guys, for support. Thank you so much. Everybody who's here, my supporters, my hard supporters. Some people defend me. Like I went to a post where somebody was bashing me, and I found my followers there. They were giving it back to him, which is really, really good. I'm so appreciative of that. So I'm gonna have Rumbi say hello really quick. I'm gonna cover like some important things, and then we'll come back with Rumbi, and then she'll tell you her story. So let me pull her up here. Hey, girl.
Hi.
So that's Rumbi. She's on my 3rd floor. So we have a girl. Usually, I'm around boys. I'm a tomboy myself. So I'm around boys all the time. So this time is girl. So I have to treat her like a girl. I have to remember that, not to be rough with her. So Rumbi, welcome to America, girl.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here.
All right, so you're going to introduce yourself, and then after that, I'm going to talk a little bit, and then we'll bring you back in if you don't mind.
Yes, sure. That's okay. No problem.
Okay, so I'm going to get out of the screen and then just leave you. I don't know how to do that. Okay, you can carry on.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Rumbi Zairashal, and I am originally from Zimbabwe. And I am here in the US, in the United States, being hosted by Napula Charlene. I just won the DB lottery for the year of 2023. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So let me tell them some stuff, important stuff really quick. Rumbi, just bear with me. I'm going to talk really quick. I know I talk a lot. A lot of people complain I talk a lot. I'm a talker. So yeah, so I'm just going to put you back. How do I do that? Okay, there you go. So I'm going to talk really quick. I promise I'm going to be really quick. Tell them important stuff that they need to know, and then we'll bring you back if you don't mind.
Yes, sure. That's okay with me. Yes, it's all
okay,
good.
So I'm going to put her in my background. Okay. So if you applied for the DV lottery, important thing, you have to put your confirmation number. Keep it safe. So especially if you got a guy in the cyber cafe applied for you, you need to put your confirmation number safe. So next year in May, for everybody who doesn't know, next year in May, that's when the results come out. So May 2024, you'll be here with your confirmation number. You'll need your last name, and you'll need your date of birth, your year of birth, I think. And then once you enter that information, then if you won, a letter will pop up like, woo, you've been selected. And then that's when you celebrate. But then if you don't win again, there's also next year. So Rumbi will tell you her story so that it will encourage some of you. So confirmation number is important. If you do not have a confirmation number, you'll need your email address. So your email address will be used to retrieve your confirmation number in case you lost it. So you need either your email or your confirmation number. And then the results are out in May. After you applied, important thing, one, get your passport. Get you a passport. If you don't have a passport, please, please, please go apply for a passport. I have a DV lottery winner from 2024, has a low case number, like her case number is in the 1,000, but she hasn't done an interview yet because she didn't have a passport, and then for some reason she did not complete the DS260 after I told her complete without a passport multiple times. So she did her own thing, so she hasn't gotten an interview yet. But apply for a passport. In case you don't have a passport and you won the DV lottery, just apply, complete the DS260 without a passport, and then after that, then you can open your, you can unlock your DS260 and add your passport, or you can, if it's late, and then you can take it to the interview with you. So just make sure you apply for the passport. Again, if you applied as married, make sure you're working on your marriage certificate. Don't wait to win to even start like, okay, let me look for marriage certificate now. Apply for marriage certificate. If you're a customary marriage, make sure you're getting your affidavit of marriage set up so that you can get or register the marriage and get a marriage certificate. Work on that. Also, if you apply, they'll need school documents, or you'll need your school documents. So if you have, maybe if you completed high school or university, put those documents ready. Don't wait to win. The guy who I'm hosting, who's coming in December, he won the DV lottery this year. He's a DV 2024. So he applied last year, he won this May. He already finished his interview and is coming in December. So he won and is coming the same year. So you have to have a low case number for that to happen. But his number is like in the 4,000. So it's not as low, like our 1,000, but then, they already finished the interview and then they will be coming. So it's important you get all your documents together so that if your interview is scheduled, you can just go ahead and do your interview. For everybody who applied and they applied as unmarried and they added kids, if you added the kids from your ex, from your baby mama, baby daddy, whatever. So if you're unmarried and you apply and you added kids, just know that you will need a consent from the other parent because you didn't give birth alone. You had to have somebody else, right? So make sure you're in good terms with the baby mama or the baby daddy because you'll need consent. So if you go to the embassy with this kid, they will need, consent from other parent to show that, okay, I'm allowing my kid to go to a different continent. So make sure you get that set up early. After that, I'm going to talk about careers really quick. So if you've already applied for the DV lottery, one, get your driving license. If you don't have your driving license, get your driving license. Because I'm not going to host you if you don't know how to drive. Because to drive here is a lot of money. To go for like only 5 lessons, they'll be like, you need to pay $2,000. It's cheaper to drive or to learn how to drive in Africa. Start driving now. Before you even win the green card lottery, go for driving lessons because I'm not going to host you if you don't know how to drive. And to drive, I don't need to see your license. I just need you to send me a video of you driving a car because you'll get a license here. They don't use the license back home. So you'll get a license here. You don't need to get a license, but you will need to drive. Send me a video of you driving and then apply for hosting because I'm not going to be bothered with teaching you how to drive. I just want to be bothered with helping you get a car, not helping you how to drive. So do that. And then also, while you're waiting, you can even like do some skills. If you're a hairdresser, you see like my hair, this thing is $200. So, over there in Africa, I'll pay probably $10, even $5 sometimes in the village. But it's $200 here. So somebody made $200 making, this thing that took probably 2 hours to make. So just make sure if you can braid hair, you can learn a skill. Even if you don't know how to braid hair, you can learn a skill. Like if you're good with construction, that pays good money. Do construction. You don't need to go to college for that. Car repair, painting, stuff like that. Do like good cleaning. If you want to be a housekeeper, you want to, know how to clean good. Be a chef over there. Take a short course. So when you come here, it's easier for you to have a side gig. So you can have like a job, the way I have a full-time job, And then I have my side gig where I have like 10 different side gigs, including hosting, you know. So you can come up. So as much as don't just depend on employment here. Otherwise you'll be employed for life. You need to be employed and then you have a side gig so that you can retire early and enjoy your whatever work. Otherwise you'll be working until you're 70. So let's talk to Rumbi, and then after that, then I'll come back and talk about hosting just a little bit, like if you need to apply for hosting or if you win, what you need to do. So I'm gonna get Rumbi from backstage again. All right, there she is. That's my girl right there. So Rumbi, so
Yes.
tell us about your application, your story. Application,
Um,
how many times you applied, how you applied, what the picture you used, how you took that picture, and all that. So I'm gonna leave you on the screen here and then tell us all that.
all right. So I applied back at home in Zimbabwe. So this one for the DV 2023, I applied it in 2021 in October. I think October around 12. Yeah, I was one of the early birds to apply for this year. So luckily, finally, I won. So I was very excited. But
Wow.
it was not my first. Yeah, it was not my first time applying. Actually, I had applied for a couple of years before I won. I'd applied for like
Wow.
a couple of years before I won. Yes, so I started in 2017. That's when I first applied.
Wow.
Yes.
2017, girl, that's a long time, right?
2017. It was a long time, years and years, imagine.
So how
But
many
finally,
years is that? That's like 5, right?
yes,
18,
that's like
19,
5 years,
5,
a
6
long
years.
time. 5, 6 years. So
Wow.
I was applying every single year, year after year. I only skipped 1 year because it was a bit busy, I think, during the lockdown. Because I was thinking
Mhm.
maybe they would not continue with the DV this time and stuff, but I wish I could have applied that time. But anyway, yeah, I applied for a couple of years before I got it. So this just goes to tell the viewers that just don't give up. Even if you don't win, try again.
Keep
Definitely
applying.
want
That's
to.
the key.
Exactly. Keep applying. That's the
Mhm.
key. You definitely. And some people are even lucky enough to win the very first time they apply. So it really differs. It really
Mhm.
differs.
And
So
then you
after
have some people like you with 5 years. You applied multiple times
yes,
before you even won.
so you actually win, yes. So after that time, then I won. I applied in October, right? Then I waited
Mhm.
until the following year when they released the results. That was next year in May 2022. That's when I opened the link, the entrance status link. That's when I saw that I won. I was very, very happy and very excited. When you just open, you enter your details right from the link, the official answer checking link. Then they'll tell you you've won, you've been randomly selected to continue with the DB application process. So that's when you see the whole letter. You come with your name, your details, and stuff like that. That's when I saw I won. So then I was very excited to continue with my DB lottery journey. Then after that, after some time, that's when you have to fill in the DS260.
Mhm.
Yes, that's when you have to fill in the GS260. So when you win, they'll also give you the case number. That's when you see if you're, because I'm from Africa, so most of them will be like written with the year, then AF standing for Africa, then with your case number. Yeah. So mine was actually so high, so
So what
very
was
high.
your case number?
All right, mine was 41,460.
Oh.
Very, very
In
high.
Kenya, if you were in Kenya, you wouldn't
Uh,
be here. That's sad.
really?
You know?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kenyan embassy is so like it's so slow. Like the performance is really bad. Like somebody with
oh,
40,000 in Kenya did not get an interview, which is really really sad.
whoa,
They're so
whoa. I
slow.
was like,
But you from Zimbabwe, you got lucky. Now you're
I
here,
got
right?
extremely lucky. I got very, very lucky because imagine 41,000. I was also thinking maybe they say it might not be. I
So
was also
when you
very, very
applied,
thinking.
how did you apply? Did you use your? How did you take a picture and how did you apply? Were both phone? One was computer. Like how did you go about with that?
All right. So with the application form, with the application every single year, I just used to do it from my mobile phone. As long as you've got like an Android phone or even those with iPhones, you can just do it from your phone. It's very, very easy. It doesn't even take time. Within less than 3 minutes, you'll be done filling up the application. So from the photo part, I didn't. Of course, some people prefer to take the photo by themselves and then just adjust it with the photo tool. But for me, because I just wanted it to be perfect and I was just avoiding to go through all that, work of having to adjust the photo, make it like properly with
Mhm.
the proper background and stuff like that. So I just had it taken for me from the photo studio in town. It's easier that way. You just go and you give them like the dimensions. If you go to the state government website, they have like dimensions that you are supposed to be having, like 5 backgrounds, and it's supposed to be 2 inch by 2 inch. You just take those dimensions, then you go with them to the photo studio, then they do it for you. It's easier that way. Then you just go with your phone or with your USB cable, with your USB, then they'll put it for you so that you get like the digital copy so that you can use it to apply. So that's how I always
Wow.
used to get my photos made.
So
I
tell us
found that
about your
very
process,
motivating.
especially, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
No
tell us your
problem.
story about like, it's weird because like most countries in Kenya and other countries, usually somebody goes to the medicals and then they go to the interview. But Zimbabwe is a little bit different, which was very interesting. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, and Zimbabwe is a bit different. So after you fill in the GS 260, then later on you get the 2NL for the invitation and for the interview, right? Oh, that's one thing also I should mention. When you get the invitation from the for the interview from the KCC, they'll give you like the date, right, and the time. That's for Zimbabwe. I'm not really sure about other countries. They'll give you like the date and the time. But then later on again, the embassy, like the local embassy in Zimbabwe, will give you, usually they'll give you the same date, but with a different time. So you have to be very careful about that. Like for me, example, I was told from the KCC to be 11 o'clock interview, but when I got another email from the local embassy, they said you have to come like 7:30 in the morning. So after we went for the interview, they will actually tell you, do not do your medicals before you go for the interview in Zimbabwe. You have
Wow.
to, yes, you have to do the medicals after the interview. Even if you try to play a fast one and go by yourself to the medicals, they'll also tell you, no, you cannot do the medicals before the interview. So you have to go for the interview first. Then after the interview, if they approve you of your visa, that's when you can now continue and do your medicals. They'll give you like a medical slip of the two facilities which you can use to go for the medicals. And I think it's because the medicals in Zimbabwe are a bit pricey compared to other countries. For example, the one which we did for the diversity lottery visa, it will cost like almost 700 and something. Sometimes it will cost
Wow.
even years. It's very expensive. And that's in US dollars because in Zimbabwe they'll be using US dollars to do the medicals. So
Wow. 700 is a lot.
it's
It's
a
a
lot.
lot of money for a lot of people.
That's a whole lot of money. So I'm guessing that's why they say do the interview first. Because imagine a scenario where you have to do your medicals first, then you spend like 700 US dollars. Then
Mhm.
later on, you do the interview. For some reason, it doesn't go as planned. Then they'll tell
Wow. Then you
you.
lost all that money.
Yes, you actually lose way much more because remember from the embassy, you have to pay for your visa fee first even before the interview. So
Mhm.
imagine the medical money and also the visa interview money. So yeah, it would be way
Wow.
much more worse. Yes.
But
So
that
that's
I commend them for that because there's no point of like having somebody do the medical and then coming and then you don't give them a visa. I like that because
Mhm.
you have to be guaranteed a visa before you even proceed with your medicals, which
With
was
the
saves a
medical.
lot of people money. So if you don't
Yes,
qualify,
yes,
oops, you don't have to do the medical other than like pay
exactly.
500 $400 for the medical and then show up there like you know what you lied on your application, now you can't get a visa.
Exactly, which is why it's so much more better. That's very true. It will
Okay,
save
so
you
now
way
let's
much
talk
more
about
money.
what did you say? I
Oh,
missed
I
the
think
last
it will save
part.
you money, a whole lot of money.
Yeah, it saves you a lot of money. So now
Yes.
you're here with me. You're from Zimbabwe. It's so scary that you didn't think like I was gonna kill you. You're just coming to Nafula. What if I was a serial killer? So you show up here and then I'm killing you, and your parents will find you. So how did you trust me even? You people amaze me. That's really brave of
Imagine.
you guys.
And no, the thing is, here it's a bit different because I saw everything was very, very transparent, like extremely transparent. It's so transparent. Because when I actually got recommended to you by someone, so I just saw a video. So I didn't know like how to apply for the hosting and stuff. So what I did, that's the mistake which I did. So you guys are not also supposed to do it. I contacted Nafula on Instagram. I sent her like a message on Instagram saying, "Oh, I saw your video, so I just wanted to ask if you hosting. So
Yeah, I
if you're
remember
hosting,
that.
yes, that's when you redirected me to the website. Exactly. That's when you redirected me to the website. So I saw, oh, a very full website, very established. Everything was so transparent, so that at least you can have like a track record just in case if anything happens. So that's where you go to the website, you just fill in all the form. Yeah, all the form where you say it's guest and paying host, you fill in the whole form. It was really transparent. So with that, you can never, you're definitely guaranteed.
You know you're not
So
getting
I
scammed,
trusted my
right?
instinct.
Yeah, I
I
need to
really
do that.
trusted my instinct, and I was so glad when I came here. It was just as it appeared on the internet. Because sometimes you see a different thing on the internet, then in reality it's something else different. But when I came here, it was actually more than what is shown on the internet. It actually went
Yeah.
above the expectations of what we see on the internet.
Mhm.
So that's why you
Yeah,
can
with the hosting, usually we're very careful because when somebody applies and then they send you Instagram message, people create Instagram message. I mean, profiles with different. They can just create a profile that looks like me, right? So that's
Yes.
why if you apply and then you send me a message, even on my text, like if you have a phone number, my phone number, and you send me a text, I will not host you. If you send me an Instagram, you send me an
Mhm.
email, you send me all that, like go to Facebook. Even if I'm posting a picture of my kids and that's me, I will not host you that way. Still, you have to go to the website, because the website, it shows a track. So like if you apply today and somebody comes and applies 4 months later, I'm not going to take that person who applied 4 months later and you applied earlier. So there's like, I want to do things the right way. I know some people are not happy with that, but I just want, like, as much as you're from Kenya and somebody is from somewhere else, if they applied first, they'll be first on the list. And if I have to host you, I don't treat you differently from because you're from Zimbabwe. I don't even know where Zimbabwe is, but I don't treat you different because you're from a different country than I am. You come here, you share your culture, I share my culture. You come to my house, I'm like, now you have to eat ugali. You're like, what the? Okay, sorry, I almost cussed on live video. I'm sorry, but you're like, what is this? What is this ugali? I'm like, yeah, we eat ugali and chicken, so you have to eat whatever I eat, because otherwise you'll sleep hungry. If you, for example, if you don't have money to buy food, right? And what I cook in my house is just fish, and I cook like fish, which is like dry fish. Sometimes people get me from Africa. My dry fish, like, it smells the whole neighborhood. So I cook that and I'm like, you know what? We'll just eat that with ugali. If you're not gonna eat fish, then I'm sorry. So you have, I don't know. So you have to, like, I force my culture into, like, you have to align with my culture, right? So it's a forced thing when it comes to food, because, well, we don't have a choice. But for other things, like, I'm also open. Like if you're cooking Zimbabwean something, I'll also eat that, as much as it might not look good, but then I'm like, yeah, it's their culture. They appreciate this food. And sometimes I've tried and I've liked it. And I like the flexibility of everybody I'm hosting. Like I'm hosting, how many are you now? Five people, and 2 people are coming today. Actually, after this live, I'm heading to the airport to pick up 2 people. So we're getting a lot of people with different cultures, different personalities, and all that. And I thank God, because he gave me the personality of dealing with everybody, whether you are like, I don't know how, like, I will just handle you the way you are. So we try to get along. If you live at Nafula Connect, you have to get along. Everybody is your brother, everybody is your sister. If your sister is in trouble, if you have a paycheck and they don't have food, you have to share the paycheck with this one. They will refund you, but then you can't watch your sister sleep hungry and you're over there eating pizzas and stuff. So we live as a family. So that's the good thing about me. So like, if you want to be hosted by somebody where you'll be doing your own thing on the side, that's not how it works. Elia helped Juma get a job where he was working, so he has 2 jobs now. So we need to be like our brother's keeper. So now Rumbi is here, and then now she just got a social security number. It came really quick, like 2 days, right? So she's
Yes,
excited. She's gonna start working pretty soon. So when you
yes.
come here, we help you get an ID. We'll help you get a social security number. Like I was with her in the office. How long were we there for?
Oh my God. I think it was more than an hour, right?
More
More
than
than
an
an
hour.
hour.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah,
you
so we're
accompanied
just
me
sitting
all
there,
the
and
way
I'm just
there.
sitting there. I'm like, okay, now I'm just here with a stranger, just sitting and doing nothing. But then sometimes, there's satisfaction that comes with that. We have to help our people, especially African people. So When you come here, we help you with the social security number, we help you with everything, jobs. So like the whoever who's here, like the people, Joffrey now has a job. That's why he's not on this live. Joffrey loves to talk. So if he had a chance to be on this live, he will be here. But then he's been working. He has two jobs as well. Juma has two jobs. Elia, two jobs. You're gonna get probably, I don't know how many jobs you'll get, but people want to make money.
God.
And we make that happen. We create a conducive environment. Our rooms are very good. So I won't take you like, from Africa and put you in a ghetto. My houses are in a very good, nice neighborhood. So I don't buy houses in places where like you'll be shot going to work. No, it's nothing like that. So the houses are in very good, quiet neighborhood, so that when you live there, you try to get a place that almost looks like that. So that's to show you like how you should be living. If I put you in a ghetto somewhere, then that's all you know, right? So I put you in a nice place so that you can work, pay your bills, and then help your people back home. So Rumbi,
Yes.
tell us anything else that you think like it's important, like, for everybody who's watching today. What do you think, like maybe during the process when you're processing your visa or when you got here, what is the important things that you think that they need to know?
Let's see. For those that apply, just make sure you keep your confirmation numbers in a very safe place because you're definitely going to need it this coming May next year to check the
Mhm.
results. And by the time it's time to look for a host when you win, you now know where to go exactly. At least I'm a testimony. You've seen me all the way from Zimbabwe. And it doesn't matter, that's the thing also, it doesn't matter which country you're from all of Africa, you can just still apply. They will host you, nafulaconnect.com. They will host you. I came all the way from Zimbabwe. I didn't even know anyone from Kenya, but still I applied and now I'm being hosted. So and the environment here is very, very good. Everything, they'll pick you up from the airport and help you through navigate like basic life from scratch since you're just starting life. So yes.
Yeah, so that's good. That's very nice to hear from, your perspective. Usually, I'm just doing stuff, bombarding you with stuff. I don't know, like if you like it or not. I'm like, we gotta get it done somehow. So that's a good thing. That's a good
And I
perspective to
also
hear.
like it.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, sometimes it's tough love, like Rumbi does, Sometimes I'm like,
Exactly.
I love you, but then I have to give you tough love because you have to be up and
Exactly.
moving. So if you come here and I baby you, usually I tell you I'm your sister, but then like, I'm not your mother. I'm not your mother. I'm not your
Exactly.
parent. So
Exactly.
I'm your sister. So you need to work hard and take care of yourself. If I was your parent, it's different story. I can take care
Mhm.
of you and you can be lazy and sleeping all day. But because I'm your sister, you're not entitled to nothing. Nothing. You have to work
Exactly.
hard, and people have been working hard, which is very, very, very good. Okay, my son
Yeah,
is here.
that's very
Okay,
true. And
so
you
he's
also
gonna
see
say
them
hello. I said
moving.
they're home. Oh my god. Say hello and then go. So this is my son. I told you like he's home today and he was gonna come here. So I'll put him in the back. So Rumbi, just tell
Yeah.
them something. I'm gonna take him downstairs and then I'll be right back. I'm sorry about that. I apologize.
It's okay. Oh, so that's also the thing that I was saying that when you guys come here, if you get an opportunity, if you win the GP lottery, you have to be very, very inspired to work, like be someone who's motivated, And yes, then everything will go well. Just be motivated, be willing to work. Here is different from a lot of economies back home in Africa because back home in most of the countries in Africa, there's not really much opportunities. For example, let's say if you're looking for a job or if you just want to do like a simple process like to get your ID or your license or something of that sort, it's not easy compared to here. But then here, since I've been here for now 1 week, but I've seen a lot of processes are very, very, very flexible. There are a lot of opportunities. Even when you're trying to look for a job, it's very easy to find. The processes are very easy to navigate. So once you win, you come here, just don't lose focus, keep your goals in mind. If you want to go to work, you just find work immediately. If you want to go to school, you just go to school. And yes, don't lose focus. Just keep working hard and maintain your goal, and then you definitely make it because it's a land of opportunities. So many opportunities all around. So definitely it will happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
so
back.
yeah. So with the opportunities again, the good thing about New York, they call it a freebie state. So for people who are hosting people like Rumbi, so for me, having all these houses and having like all this stuff is not good for me because I pay a lot of taxes, which is not very good. But then for somebody like Rumbi, it's good because it's a freebie state. Because when she goes to school in New York, they pay for 100% of her tuition. Why? Because she doesn't have an income yet. Even if she filed her income tax at the end, she hasn't made as much. So when she goes to any state college here, they'll have a program where she'll go to school for free. So if she wants to go do nursing, medicine, whatever, prerequisites, do whatever, as long as it's a state school, it's going to be free for her. For her, because I'm hosting her and I'm paying the taxes for the house, it doesn't hurt her because the tax, she's not paying taxes. As long as she has a place to sleep and then she has food, she's all set. So that's why, like, people here in New York who own property like us, taxes are a lot. So we have to work extra hard to like make sure like everything runs smoothly, which is possible. Like, it's not bad, I thank God. People are just scared of New York because they're not, some people are not doing it the right way. But if you do it the right way, it's not as bad. But people that who are getting hosted here, don't be afraid of coming to New York because everybody's telling you that it's expensive to live here. It is not, unless you own property, you own a business or something like that. Then us, we get like stepped on by the state. But then, like, if you're a TV lottery winner, just new coming, like Rumbi here, if in 5 years she wants to become a medical doctor, she'd be a medical doctor if she wants to, because she just goes to work part-time, or maybe instead of having two jobs, do one job and then the other half just go to school. Here you can go to school on the weekends. So it's not like in Africa where school is Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. Here you can go to school 9 p.m. There's classes at night, classes on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So if somebody's in America and they did not go to school, especially in New York, it's not anybody's fault. It's theirs because they can pay for your school and school is available whenever you need it. So that's why it's a land of opportunity. And I tell all the boys here and all the girls who be here, I'm like, at least if you can be anything, be at least like me. I know I'm not where I need to be yet, but just get to my level, because you have potential to be even more than. I've been here 10 years. No, not 10. Actually, this is the 13th year. So I've been here 13 years, so, and I've achieved so much, and I achieved so much in 3 years that I know if they stay focused, they will be able to do it. And people will discourage you here. When I went to school, they're like, oh, there's no way you will succeed. There's no way you can do that. Nobody has ever done that and did it. But then you just like, don't listen to anybody. Just stay focused and just keep doing whatever you do. Once you're focused, you will do it, because there's always somebody who's first to do whatever. There was the first guy to go to the moon, right? So you'll be first to be successful in whatever they tell you won't be successful. So thank you so much, Rumbi. Unless we have questions here, let's see what people are saying here. Let me see. This one is Barbara watching from Uganda. Hi, Barbara. Hi, girl. So let's see. What is this one? Yeah, so this one is like, what's the point of wasting a lot of money and you come to start life from scratch, searching for jobs which you don't get easily, and end up being homeless? What do you say to that? Because this is the African mentality that we are talking about. People being scared of starting something new. Guess what? People have done it. When I came from Africa, I didn't know anybody. I came as a student on a student visa. I didn't even know a single soul in America. And now I know a lot of people that I'm hosting people from different countries. So if I listen to somebody who's going to tell me, oh, you're going to be homeless, then I wouldn't have made a step. So this is what we are trying to eliminate from our African mindset. Thinking I'm not going to make it. Thinking I don't want to start life from scratch. That's not how it works. Try it and say that I tried it and I failed. And if you're like, in Africa, if you're like, maybe you're a medical doctor, if you're making too much money over there, you don't want to come here, that's fine. But if you are nursing or in nursing or whatever, even if you're making money, you might make more money here there's more potential opportunities to be like get a master's PhD in nursing here. So there's plenty of opportunities that are not back home. Here you're not gonna come here and then like every time you drive home, you're like, oh, somebody's gonna steal my car, somebody's gonna do that. So the life in America is a little bit different, that I feel safe. Like my phone, I never go with my phone like I'm hiding. In Africa, I used to walk with my phone like you don't have to. I'll leave my phone there, and then when I come back, I'll still find it there. Nobody's gonna care about your phone. So there's some kind of lifestyle that are here that are not in America. But like I said, America is not for everybody. If you do not want to come here, girl, stay where you're at. But some of us, if we didn't come here, I wouldn't be owning many houses like this. I came here, and in 2 years, I had built my mama a house in Africa, and I didn't have anything. So if I didn't come here, my mom will have no house in Africa. Now she's here, she doesn't stay there. But anyhow, that's not the point. The point is like, if I didn't come here, I wouldn't be where I am, right? So Laura, change your mindset. If you change your mindset, you'll do better than how you're doing right now. You'll be better. Okay, let's go to somebody else. What is this? Yeah, can you apply? Yeah, so this one I'm not gonna answer because like even if I answer, like it's closed, right? But you can apply even if you won. I encourage people to apply again. So let's see another one. So this one, watching from Bungoma. So Bungoma is actually my village. I feel proud every time I see Bungoma. I associate even people at my work or whatever. They know I'm from Bungoma more than Kenya, because I feel I didn't live there very much. I lived like maybe 3 years out of the whole entire time I was in Kenya, 3-4 years. But I connected with it because it's like all my ancestors are there, my clan people, my culture and stuff. So I associate so much with Bungoma. So Jackie, you win. Come around. We'll speak our language over here. All right. So that's my girl from my village. Let's do this. So yeah. So people are like, some people, I don't know how this came up, but some people thought like if you have numbers, like if your confirmation number has 6 figures and 10 letters, or maybe 6 letters and 10 figures, like you win. No. And I'm saying this from experience. Why? Because I told you I have like over 300 people, DV lottery winners, who applied for hosting. And all those people have different numbers. There's people with 7 numbers, 7 letters, 6, whatever. So this is not true. It just happened maybe whoever had 6 figures and 10 letters. It's not true. So don't look at your confirmation number and be like, oh, this is a bad confirmation number. That is a random selection. Anybody with whatever confirmation number they have, if it's your time to win, guess what? You'll win. So that's not true. That is just conspiracy theory. Okay, let's see. So talking about software development. Yep. So if you want to continue doing whatever you want to do in software, so you have to understand, like, when you come here, some careers, there is like competition. You have people from China, you have people from Russia, you have people who are like, they open a computer, they're like, so when you come, you have to make sure like you have a competitive market. So if you're in Kenya, you come here, make sure your skill is very good. Because if you go to apply for a job, you get those people applying for the same job too. So the best thing here is to be best at what you're doing. If you can clean, be the best cleaner you can be. If you're a nurse, you're a doctor, be the best, outstanding. So that if you're applying and you're 10 people, you'll get picked because, your skill is unmatched. So with software, just make sure those stuff, you have to be really good. But it's possible if you want to do it. Yeah, there's careers here for that. All right, let's see. So let me show this. I don't know why it's not showing. Well, I don't know what I did. This is a new, let's see this. Oh. Yeah, so if you're going for an interview, if you won, you have to bring the kids. And all the kids will need to pay the interview fee. And if you need medical, all the kids need to pay for medical. So that's why like Greencard lottery is not cheap. It's expensive process. So if whoever is going to immigrate with you here has to show up at the embassy. All right, so let's see. This one I think we already addressed. like, schooling is free. So for like little kids, elementary, middle school, high school, for the most part, it's free unless you take your kids to private schools. But then for DV lottery winners, if you're here and you want to go to college, it depends with the state. That's why I said New York is a very good state because it's freebies. People like free things over here. Free food, free housing, free everything. New York is known for free stuff. So if you're here, you don't make good income, you don't make good money, government will be handing things for you just for free. But people who work like us, oh my God. Yeah, so if you start making very good money, you can stay in New York. If you want, you can move to cheaper states. But if you are just a no DV lottery winner, I will encourage you to come to New York. Here, everything free. Okay, let's see. Let's see. So here, she's talking about affidavit of support as a requirement for most. So some people, it's not like for most embassies. Let me say, like a lot of Africans. So with affidavit of support, I think we created this problem to ourselves. So this pretty much shows that when you come to this country, you're not gonna depend on the government. So they want to make sure there's somebody to take care of you. Why? Because probably a lot of people came here and they were asking for government assistance with food, with housing. So the government is using its own money to support you as a DV lottery winner. So how do they curb that problem? Create a affidavit of support so that somebody has to say, before Rumbi gets to America, I'll be taking care of her instead of the government. So in case I don't take care of her, the government can take care of her and come after me for that money. So that's why the affidavit of support, it looks like it's for most embassies just because of that. They don't want you to be a burden. They don't want you to come here and be a public charge. It's called like a public charge. The government has to take care of you. So people who need that, they look at you. But then for some reason, Kenya, a lot of people, like pretty much like, let me say 99% of people who are Kenyans who are coming here, they're asking for this. So, and if they ask for affidavit of support, you have to provide it. And I say, like, there's another YouTuber saying, like, you know what? It has to be somebody that it has to be like, somebody who's a friend of a friend. If I introduce you to somebody and you become friends, that's your friend. Because guess what? A lot of people in Africa, they don't know people in America. He's from Europe, so a lot of European people, they know American people. But people from my Pungoma over there in the village, when I was in the village over there, I didn't know anybody in America. So how was I supposed to get a affidavit of support? Not come to America? So in other words, that guy is telling you not to come to America. And this is how I look at it. If you do not go to the embassy with the affidavit of support, you will be denied a visa anyways, right? Because you don't have it, you will be denied. What's the problem of taking an affidavit of support and trying it out? Because either way, you're gonna lose, right? So what do you have to lose taking somebody else's? If somebody says, oh, that's my African sister, I don't know where they're from, this is a different country, but because it's African, I'm gonna try to help them get here so that they can. Some people want to do that. They want to change people's lives. Africans who are here and they're successful, they want to change the lives of other Africans. So when they decide to give you an affidavit of support, they don't need to know you. As long as you talk on the phone, you do Zoom meetings, they know like you're a match. People sponsor kids in Africa. They don't even know those kids. They sponsor people in Africa. So somebody saying like you have to know somebody, is like, oh, this is committing fraud. I have lawyers here. I'm a big deal. I have my own lawyers. And no lawyer has come to me, told me that, okay, somebody has filed a complaint and you need to answer this. If you have a problem, you think I'm committing fraud, how about you get in touch with my lawyers? I'll be happy to come over there and explain myself. So, but if they have not done that, they're just on their YouTube yapping here and there because they think, oh, I'm from Europe, we are better than African people. No, I'm not going to let you stamp on me because like you look a different color and you think you're smarter than Nafula over here. That's not going to fly. I stand up for African people and I stand for what is right. So if I have a kid in Africa who needs affidavit of support, Nafula is going to help them, even if they are from Rwanda or from whatever country they're from. I'll help them whether you want it or not. If you think something illegal, fraud is being committed, guess what? get in touch with my lawyer, because that we have to help people. Otherwise, if you listen to this much noise with people, you won't help other people. So do whatever you need to do. Okay, so that's it. Sorry, I went on a tangent. I got a little upset because of IVW support. Like, really upsets me, because I feel like if an African don't have it, they won't come here. And if you don't come here, guess what happens? They reallocate these visas to other countries. So if an African person doesn't get this visa, that visa is going to be reallocated to people in Europe, to people who don't need IVW support. So what are they saying? They're trying to make a lot of African people not to come here. Why? We have to come here. We work hard. I'm an example of working hard. I'm here, I'm YouTube making noise, but I help my people. So we come here and we work hard. So it doesn't need to be like somebody from other places. We can do it too. So it's time for African people. Sorry about that. I'll edit that clip and cut it out. Okay, so let's see what else. Yep, Daniel. So Daniel, I'm gonna say something about Daniel. Daniel started following me probably when I had 5 subscribers or maybe 10 subscribers. Yeah. So he started following me when I had like no subscribers at all. And Daniel has been there, like every single live, every single premiere before I log in. Daniel was there. Hi, Nafula. Hi, Nafula. Hi, Nafula. Like when I was like, I didn't even know people can send stars, like, or send whatever. Thanks, super thanks, something like that. He sent me a super thanks. I'm like, what is this? He's been my supporter since day one. So people like this, like Daniel, if you win, don't even just shoot me a message. You tell me, Nafula, I won the green card lottery. I'll host you I'll make an exception. I don't host like people with a lot of families, but Daniel, if you have 10 kids, I'm taking your kids in, because you supported me when I had nothing. And now look at me. I grew. I have a whole business out of my YouTube channel. And I like to support people who supported me first. He's a member on my channel. I have membership. So usually like people, when they apply for DV lottery, first I check if they are members. If you are members, like I will skip you in the front of the line, because you've been a member since, a while ago, right? You've been my supporter. So it's important to support people and to show that you support them, so that if you need support yourself, they will support you. And thank you so much, Daniel, for being a good example. I'm glad you're here so that, I can tell people about you. I've been waiting to talk about it. So thank you so much, Daniel. Okay, so what else? Anybody has question? Let's see. Let me see. I don't see any questions. Yeah, this one is wishing everybody who applied for DV 2025 good luck. I'm wishing you the same thing. Positive vibes. You guys need to win, so that when we come here, now I have like a group of African people already. I have like 5 of you, right? Soon will be a lot of us here. We'll have like a little community. If we have Thanksgiving, like November is Thanksgiving, all of us will be here sharing with each other. Everybody will cook food from their own culture. So we'll be here together. That's what we want. So if you win, you come here, this is going to be a community, and we're going to be each other's keeper. Make sure like everybody succeeds in whatever they're doing. Okay, so I think that's it. I don't see any. Let's see. So Nana is asking if a birth certificate is required. Yes, it's going to be required at the interview. So just make sure whatever you completed in your application, you'll need to prove. So if you completed a date of birth, you'll need to show this is the actual date of birth that you were born. So if you completed like you were married, you have to produce a marriage certificate. If you completed you had kids, you have to provide proof that those are your kids. And if you don't have like, you are married, you have to prove like, you have consent from the other parent. If you said you went to high school and you completed, they will need your high school. If you went to university, they will need those documents. So just make sure that whatever you say, you have something to back it up. You need proof for everything. So that's it, I think. I'm sorry, today I'm nasally, like, for some reason, the last DV lottery in 2022, I had a flu. This year, the same thing. I don't know what's up with that. So that's why I'm talking from my nose, like, I'm like, because of the the flu, but I'm doing good so far. So let's see. I think I'm done. Anybody has any question? Let's see. And then this one asks, do they check bank accounts for those who have loans? I don't think they do. Because when I came here, I had like a loan. I ended up paying it back when I got here, but I came as a student and I was just a student and they didn't care about it. So for DV lottery, nobody cares. As long as you have their requirements and then you get police clearance that you know you are a normal citizen, you're not going to cause any trouble here, you're good. So they don't go back and be like, okay, let me go check. In America, there's a system where they can put your, social security number, whatever, to check how many debts you have and whatever. Where I come from over there, the systems don't work. Like to have like a social security number, they had like Huduma number or some number there. I don't know what came of that, but we don't have a system where they'll put and then it will tell, okay, this person has like a loan somewhere, so they can't go. So they can't stop you from coming here because you need to come here and work and pay the loan back. So if they want to keep you there and you're poor, how are you going to work and pay for the loan, right? So don't worry about loans. I'm not saying you to abandon loans, but you know what? If you win the green card lottery, get out of there. All right. So I think that's, let me see. So this one is like, can I change my name after being selected? So it depends. Like if you change your name, you can have a affidavit of name change or whatever. But then if you just want to change your name, if you, for example, if you put your first name and last name, like you switch them up, or maybe your middle name, you switch with the last name. In your DS260, you can change your names and put the correct format. But if you just completely apply as a different name and then you show up with a different name, that might create problems. So just make sure, like, if you change your name, go to a lawyer, get a sworn affidavit, name affidavit, and say this person is same as this person. So in case you go to the embassy and then it comes up, you have proof to show that, you know what, you're good. Other than that, I think, what do you think, Rumbi? Say something.
I think that's just most about it. Yeah.
Okay.
All of it is.
All right. So let me just put Rumbi in my background, and then I'm just going to talk quickly, just briefly, on how to apply so that people don't keep asking the question. So if you want to apply for hosting, you can go to www.nafula.com/pairing. The link, I'm going to put it in this video. It's not on this video yet, but I'm going to put the link on this video, and then you apply for hosting. So once you apply for hosting, formally over there, we review your application, me and my team. So after we review the application, then we reach out to you, especially if you're almost like, if your number is 60,000, 2024, 60,000, we're not going to reach out to you now because you know what? You still have a lot of time. You go to the embassy like next year, August or whatever. So you still have long ways to go. But somebody who has like now like 10,000 backwards, we know like, the numbers are current and whatever. So you'll be going to the embassy pretty soon. So we reach out to you and then we talk and then we'll see if you're the best fit or whatever. If you have kids, I don't host kids. All these people do not have kids. Why? Because here, if you come and you have kids, sometimes childcare is expensive. So who's going to be watching your kids while you guys go to work? That's a problem, right? And you can't leave your kids with me. I have 3 already. You see, I'm trying to work and a kid is trying to jump in here and say whatever they needed to say, So kids is a lot of work with kids. So if you have kids, you can just apply. I have friends in different states that host kids. So I'll just reach out to them and I'm like, can you host this person? And then if they say yes, then I hook you up, the 2 of you. But if you want me personally to host you, I don't host people with kids. I can host a couple, even that, like, I'm a little iffy with that because I like to help a lot of DV lottery winners. So if I bring a couple, it's unfair to somebody who won the DV because if you win the green card lottery, you can bring your wife even in 5 years, in 3 years. But if a DV lottery winner who has a visa does not come here in 6 months, they lose an opportunity completely to come here. So that's why I give opportunity, like a chance. The first priority is DV lottery winners who are single. Those ones I will host you, no problem. If you're married or you have kids, I might send you to somebody else. I have so many people who want to help out. So don't be afraid to apply. Before I was not getting any kids, but now that my friends are doing it, just apply and then I will ask them and then we'll get back to you. And then if you're a match, you can go over there. So that's how you apply. So you apply on the website. I reach out to you. We talk how you're gonna land here. When you get here, we have to organize how to pick you up from the airport. And then, for example, if we can't make it, people are busy, we'll try to see how we can get an Uber. Elia came from. He was in New York. He applied for hosting when he was in New York City already. Like, he landed at JFK and he did not have a host. So he landed at JFK and then was going to book Airbnb. So when he connected them, I was at work and all that stuff. He had to book a flight over here, which, it was so expensive. So he ended up not booking. And then I told him, we have buses, we have a train, you can take a train here. So he was trying to look for a train and it was just like hectic. He booked for a train in New Jersey or whatever. So he had to take an Uber from JFK. And this is a new African, new in the US, from JFK to New Jersey to get on the train or the bus. I don't know what he got. And then he came to me. When he arrived here, I was asleep. He was calling me. I'm asleep because he arrived here very like 4 a.m. So when I wake up, I find all these missed calls. And then I call him. I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry I'm late. I have to take care of kids before, my nanny is not here. I can't come pick you up right now. It's going to be a few, like an hour or whatever. He's like, don't worry, madam. He got an Uber from there to my house. So Elia just showed up at my house. So you get DV lottery winners who are like, they just know how to problem solve themselves when they get here. But then for the most part, we'll pick you up at the airport. You don't have to worry about that. And then we'll make sure, like, you have your social security number. Because a lot of people who host people out there, you know what they do? They get you and give you a room. And maybe they try to, like, get you a job and they leave you alone. Like, they will not even care. Once you're here, you have a room, and then they try to get you a job. That's it. Our program is different. That's why a lot of people want to come to us. Why? Because we treat you as family. I'm from the village over there, so I'm communal. I like to treat everybody as my family. So when you come here, when we get your social security number, we try to get you a job. If that job is not a good fit, we'll try to get you another one. We just work with you. Make sure, like, okay, now you're in a comfortable job, and then we're like, do you want to go to school? What do you want to do? Don't just work minimum wage job. You have to do a course so that you can improve and get a better job. So as much as we are hosting you, we don't want you to just come here and work minimum wage job. We want you to see you grow. So that next year, I'll kick them all out, and then they have to find apartments, and they have to host you guys, because they can't host all of you. Because I know 2025, now that I'm out there, my name is out there, a lot of people will apply, right? So Rumbi and the crew, they will have to nobody's getting a 1-bedroom apartment. You'll have to get at least 2-bedroom apartment. So you have you, and then you host somebody else. So now that there are 5 of them, I know they can host 5 more people. And then in their spot, I can get more people in there. So that's how we help other people. So when we are 30 of us, then we can host 30 more people and we grow together. So that's how we run our program. We'll help you. If you don't have food, like people who come here, some of them, not everybody comes from a good background. We'll try to, like, I'll shop for food. I'll buy you food if you need food so you can eat and whatever. If you live in one of the locations, you eat and whatever. But when you get your paycheck, my friend, you get your paycheck. Now Fuller will be there. I'm like, where is my money? So I help you out as much as I can. But I don't give people freebies. There's no freebies in my program because I worked hard for whatever I had. I never had freebies given to me. So I'll teach you to work hard. Because if I give anything for free, people don't appreciate. If I was hosting all these people for free, you don't pay for food, you just stay here, people will just misuse that. But now that they're working hard, my friend, I'm like, you don't have a phone? I'll get you a new phone. I'll get you a line. I'll pay for the credit for the month. When you get that paycheck, you better start with my money. It's coming back first. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, God bless you, No, I don't do that. But yeah, you have to pay. Anyhow, I think I'm done. Anybody has any question about the program? To apply for hosting, you can wait until you win. You don't have to fill the form now. I see people 2025 completing the form. You don't have to complete because it will just void it. If it's 2025, it's just going to void it. So don't apply for 2025. Wait until you win. You can join membership if you wanna. You can join my YouTube membership, because once people win, I start with that list. People who are my members. Who are my members? And membership is not like, I don't do crazy stuff. I think my membership is like $2, like $2 a month or something like that. Cheap. So if you want to join membership and become part of the team, hosting videos will be posted just on that membership group, because I can't post here. Everybody then is there. So I'll have to narrow down to the members. I'll be posting hosting videos, or the DV lottery winners. If they want to say something personal, it's going to be on my membership channel. It's not going to be on the general channel. So join my membership. And then if you have any question, because before we sign out, we are done. I've been talking for an hour. I talk too much. Now I know I talk too much. It's been an hour, I think. So if you have any questions, and also you can add me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page which was hacked. I just got it back like a few months ago. I'm not very active. I have a personal Facebook. People are finding me, so you can find me. If you type my first and last name, you can get over there. So you can send me a message on my personal Facebook, Instagram, anywhere. If you have any questions, don't ask me questions about application. All the videos are here. So if you ask me anything about application, I didn't answer you, because literally I did everything you need to know. So you had everything that you need. So hosting, or somebody has any question that I feel like, it needs to be responded, because I have thousands of email. I pay somebody to actually filter those emails. So I'm paying somebody. I won't have anybody responding to all that, because it's money and you want to be answered for free, right? So we just pick whatever that's important. If somebody is stuck at the airport, somebody needs hosting, and I think I can help, we reach out to those people first. So somebody is asking, where is the membership? So with the membership, I don't know how they find it. That's the problem. But then when you go to my YouTube, I think there's a place that says membership, because I don't know, I have a social media manager, so they set everything up that, sometimes even going live to me is a problem. So I think when you go to not Facebook, to YouTube, on my channel page, there's a place that says membership, and I think it's like $2, because there's another one for RNs. But then for registered nurse, I have a whole course. I have like a whole online course, and that they pay for it until they register for NCLEX in New York. That's on a different platform. It's not on YouTube. And I have students, and it's full. Right now, I can't take any more until those ones, they finish and I'm done with them, because it's just me that's running that online course. So, but then for the YouTube, go click membership. Join my membership. You can't be here not supporting me, and you want me to support you. African people, you want me to host you. You're like, Nafula, host. I say, okay, can you support your girl from Africa? No, I cannot support my girl. Hey, no. Start with joining the membership. Join my membership. So when you win, I'm like, this girl, you see the way Daniel, I told you, Daniel doesn't even need to join my membership. He's been a member already. So he doesn't even need to join my membership. I see Daniel, I'm like, Daniel, you're in. You win the green card, you're here in my house. I'll put you on the third floor where Rumbi is and kick Rumbi out. Because I kicked Geoffrey out. Geoffrey has a job, has an ID, has everything that he needs. So I kicked him out. Now Rumbi is over there because she needs the help. So I'll have you run through my house like crazy. I don't care. I'm African. We live with like 20 people. We've been fine. So I don't care if people live in my house. I have a big house. God bless me with that. So I can host whoever I want to host. So don't be worried about that. So if you have questions, let me see. Who's that? Yeah, I think I don't see anything that I haven't addressed here. I think I'm going to sign out. What do you think, guys? I don't see any question. If somebody has a question, say now, because I'm going to end the live. I have to go pick up the other. I have to go pick up the other DV lottery winners from the airport in like 2 hours. So I need to cook for my kids because, like I said, Rumbi is here. Rumbi, let me bring Rumbi here. So Rumbi.
Yes.
Rumbi, my kids love Rumbi. So I'll have a problem kicking Rumbi out because you see the kid who was here before, and then I have 2 others. Like, I'm not their mother anymore. They don't want me to do nothing. They just want Rumbi. I want to go Rumbi. Now I'm out. Like, I don't have kids anymore. So they love Rumbi. So sometimes you get people in your house, people who don't like to host people. They're like, sometimes like you don't know what you bring to your house. You can bring somebody who like connects with your kids and stuff like that. Like if I need to go run, get somebody at the airport, like I have to go pick this the DV lottery winners. If Rumbi was not here, I'll probably need to like, get my nanny to come early today, to take care of the kids so I can go pick them up. But because Rumbi is here, she's gonna watch the kids while I help other DV lottery winners. So that like it works, like we help each other here. So it's not like I'm just hosting her and
Exactly.
she's just sitting there or doing. So she lives in my house like my family. If
Very
we are
true.
hungry, she's gonna cook. If there's dirty dishes and I'm cooking, she'll do the dishes,
Yes.
stuff like that. So we don't just live here to take advantage of people. So American people, don't be afraid of hosting DV lottery winners. The ones from Nafula Connect, they're disciplined. I don't know about those other ones. But for my program, they're really good. They know what they need to do. They're very respectful. All of them. I don't know if they're pretending or not. Trust me. There's no way you can get all these people who are very good. I don't know if they're pretending. How is that even possible, right? But then I don't care how long you pretend. You guys can keep on pretending because they're very. I tell them you need to do this, very respectful. Geoffrey will be like, yes, madam. I'm like, don't call me madam. I'm Nafula, whatever. Nope. So they're very respectful, very hardworking, very like people you like to be around, So you guys don't be afraid to host people. DV lottery winners are the best people you can host, better than anything else. So just sign up. If you want to sign up as a host, you can go to my website and sign up to be a host, and I'll send you somebody there who's gonna be really good. I drill them really well. I know like whoever I'm sending to you is really good. And even if they're not good, they'll pretend long enough when they stay with you. So okay. So bye guys. Bye for now. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for being here. I thought I will have like 2 people on live because it's late. I know in Africa it's very late. But I have a lot of people who like to hear my noise apparently. So I'm very thankful for that. So we'll see. So once Rumbi gets a job or whoever gets a job, if they want to come live and say the experience, tell you the experience for other DV lottery winners in different states, we'll be doing lives like this. Sometimes I'll just be posting videos now that the DV lottery, whatever application is over. I'll just be posting videos about adjusting to life in America, what you need when you get here. So in case you win, you don't come from scratch, or you don't come here like not knowing anything. You'll come here knowing everything you need to know to survive in America. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Rumbi, we'll tell them bye.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Good luck to everyone that applied.
Okay, thank you. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Put a comment on this video so I can see whatever you want me to do, or you want me to address, or whatever I need to improve. If my personality is bad, if I'm talking too much, I can't help with that, Like I tell people who tell me I talk too much, I'm like, you know what, you can just watch other YouTubers who talk less, because, well, I can't help. I talk a lot, but I know like somebody is getting 1 or 2 things from that. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and bye for now. Bye.